Hey everybody. So I am done with my Christmas shopping. I'm done with the nursery. I'm done packing the hospital bag, and I am pretty much just waiting for this baby to be born at this point. And so I thought that maybe one of the things I could do to pass the time would be to recommend some products or some like random things that have been awesome for me during this pregnancy. I will probably deeply regret putting a video of myself talking on the internet here at 1 day from 39 weeks pregnant. And yet I'm going to do it anyway. So clearly I don't have the best judgment. You can see my dog with a Santa hat back here. If you'd rather not look at me, totally understand. You can look at that instead. So I had several things that I was obsessed with while I was pregnant, and I'm just going to go ahead and kick them off right now. So the first one is, sorry if you're male, just don't watch. Well, you can watch it, buy something for your spouse or sister or whatever, but I'm going to say the word boobs several times, so buckle up. Okay, so the first product was bought for me by a really good friend of mine, Katie Glenn, shout out. During my first trimester, my boobs were so sore. And one of the things that helped more than anything else was that right there. I don't know if there's crack in it. I don't really know how you get pain relief into a cream, but that's what that is. It is pain relief, it's moisturizing, it's awesome. This company is called Mama Mio, and they make another really great product called the Tummy Rub Oil that's really good for just like hydrating your skin as it's stretching out. One of the things that I did find out that's kind of disappointing is that you're either gonna get stretch marks or you're not. You're kind of genetically predetermined. You can't prevent stretch marks. I got them in some places, I didn't get them in other places, but it was always really nice to kind of feel like I was pampering myself when I got out of the shower. I could use these two products and lotion and just like feel like a normal human and not a giant blimp. One of the other things, talking about kind of self-care and beauty, that was, I thought was going to be kind of challenging was navigating skincare. When you're pregnant, there's a lot of stuff you can't use. You can't use stuff with salicylic acid in it. You can't use retinoids. All these things that have a really high like chemical content are sometimes harmful for the baby, depending on what your opinions are. So I was really excited to see that micellar water is something that's still completely fine to use. If you have read my blog for any length of time, you know that I am completely obsessed with micellar water. It is literally just oil and water in a bottle. The oil in the product like sucks impurities and oil off of your face. It uses no harsh chemicals. You keep the oil that's already natural on your skin. Woo, golly, I'm looking jolly today, you guys. Woof. Okay, anyway, I'm just gonna pretend that I can't see myself. But anyway, that's a really safe product to still use to keep your skin healthy, to keep it moisturized, and also to keep it really clean while you're pregnant. For blemishes, that's kind of a challenging thing because there really are a lot of products that are blemish creams that you can't use because of what's in them. One of the things that you can use is tea tree oil. You can get this at Whole Foods, anywhere. What's on my hand? Christmas tree. Tom Hanks. Hey, nobody's here. It's okay. Stop. Hey. Cut it out. That's gonna be fun when the baby's born. Anyway, you can get this at Whole Foods or any kind of natural, like holistic store. Anytime I would get a blemish, I would put that on it, and it was, I don't know why, I don't know what's in it. I can't even remember who told me about it, but super, super helpful and like effective and safe. One of the things that I suffered from, especially early in my pregnancy, in my first trimester and a little bit throughout my second trimester, were migraines. So I had migraines before I got pregnant. They got a lot worse when my hormones started going berserk. In fact, like the worst part of my pregnancy was having those migraines. So I ended up actually getting a prescription from my doctor for them. But before I was able to do that, the thing that helped me was peppermint oil. I know this sounds like hippy dippy, crunchy Asheville recommendations with 2 essential oils. But putting some peppermint oil on my temples, on my forehead, under my nose, sometimes that would stave the headache off for just a little bit longer or kind of make it less intense. Peppermint oil does not cure migraines, I'm sorry to say, but it did help a little bit. Another thing that I highly recommend is this pair of leggings that I'm just gonna get up and show you, and you can see my giant freaking body. Okay, so these are called Belly Bandit leggings. They come all the way up to your boobs, and you can't really see, I guess, but there is a special little line of ruching right here. It's an extra support for your belly. They go all the way down to your ankles. You can get them in cropped pants. You can get just a band instead of getting pants. If you think that I look massive right now, that's because I'm 9 days at the most from having a baby. So suck it. But also I am massive. So you're right. Having some support on your stomach is the best thing that has ever happened to me in pregnancy. My back was killing me late in my 2nd trimester. And these leggings pulling your belly weight up a little bit and taking some of the strain off your back was truly a game changer. I bought these in a medium. I probably could have gone small. They run a little bit big. I usually wear like a 6 or an 8 in bottoms. Right now I wear like a 14. I don't know what I wear, but anyway, I could have sized down just for your information. And on the clothes front, I think one of the best things that I did was buying a couple of different rounds of maternity clothes, but also buying cheap maternity clothes. Y'all, the world we live in is amazing because there's so many options for maternity clothes. Unlike when, you know, our moms were pregnant and all they had were like giant pink muumuus with bows all over them. But it also means that you can end up spending so much money on maternity clothes. Everything that I bought either came from Target, Gap, Old Navy, or ASOS. One of the really good pieces of advice that I got from someone was to buy crappy pregnancy shoes. Shoes that you don't have to tie or zip or pull on, just little crappy slides that you could stick your feet in and go. And I did that, and I'm so glad that I did, because those shoes are worn out and they're gross, and I spent maybe $20 on them, and now I don't have to wear them anymore. But more than anything, I didn't have to bend over to like put them on. So highly recommended. The last thing that I want to recommend is not a physical product, but it's a website. The way that we registered was on a website called babylist.com. Babylist is a universal registry, which means that you can take any product from any website, pull it to Babylist, and have one registry that has all of the things that you want on it, rather than having, you know, 3 or 4 different registries at Babies R Us and, you know, Amazon and whatever else. If you've gotten married before, you know that having to wrangle several registries is kind of a pain. And Babylist is great because it keeps everything in one place, but it's also great because it keeps track of every single person who has bought you a gift. So in order to buy a gift through that website, you have to give them your address, which means that excuse me, as a gift recipient, you have the addresses of everybody who's given you a gift, so you never get a gift and you're like, oh no, who sent this to me? Thank you notes are a breeze. It also catalogs the, what am I looking for? The gift card number. So if you get a gift card and for some reason you lose it or whatever, misplace it, there is a section of Babylist where it hangs on to the card number for you, which is spectacular, especially if you're dealing with pregnancy brain. So highly recommend babylist.com if you're looking to register. They also have registry guides because part of being pregnant is being completely freaking overwhelmed by the fact that there are so many products that you need to buy, or that they tell you need to buy. Babylist has what they call sample registries. So you can go and kind of based on your style, you can look at these different registries and see what other moms have bought, what things have worked for people. Another thing I would really recommend doing is reaching out to your girlfriends who have had babies recently, not only asking them what worked and what products they loved, but also ask them what products they got and did not like. I did that about mid-second trimester, and it was so helpful because there were so many things that I got to hear about why they didn't work or why it was a waste of money to get. And that just like saved me a headache and saved me some money. So anyway, those are kind of the, and the book, my like pregnancy Bible, it's called Expecting Better. It's written by a woman named Emily Oster, O-S-T-E-R. I've talked about it on the blog. I've talked about it in other videos. This book is so fabulous because it talks about the statistical likelihood of various things happening in your pregnancy. It's super easy to get anxious about any number of things while you're pregnant, whether it's, you know, what you eat, what you drink, how much you sleep, what kind of exercise is okay, what position you sleep in, you know, the baby's heart rate, how much it's moving, is it okay in there? Like, whatever you can imagine, she talks about in this book. And I did not read anything that was more helpful throughout my pregnancy than that book. That book saved me so much anxiety, so much worry. I feel like I've had a really pleasant pregnancy, first of all, because I've just felt healthy, but also because I haven't allowed myself to get really wound up and wrapped around the axle about things that I can't control. And a lot of that can be attributed to that book. So, hope this has been helpful. If you've stuck with me this long, thanks for looking at these big old meat jowls on my face, and I hope you have a great day and a Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays accordingly. Goodbye.